The Ethelberg Military Academy entrance exam is in 3 months. Only the top 5% of candidates are accepted. In his previous life, Kalen never even applied. Why would he? He had no special ability, no awakened powers, no family connections. He was just a mopper's son destined to become a mopper himself. But now, everything is different. Now he has a system. Now he has 5 years of mopping experience burned into his muscle memory. 5 years of watching monsters die, learning how they move, how they think, where their soft spots are, and what kills them fastest. He is no longer a helpless boy, he is a weapon being forged, and the system agrees. His first task appears before his eyes in that familiar translucent blue. Quest, build strength. Kill 50 low-tier monsters, 50 kills, 50 lives taken before he can even think about stepping foot inside the academy. Kalen does not hesitate. He waits until the apartment is dark and his siblings are asleep. He straps on his twin daggers, slings his bow and a quiver of arrows across his back, and slips out into the neon-drenched night. He sneaks out of the city through a gap in the eastern wall, a rusted drainage pipe that the patrol drones have long stopped monitoring. From there, he moves through ditches, keeping low, keeping quiet, until he reaches a forested area on the outskirts of the wastelands. This is where the low-tier monsters congregate. He knows because he has harvested their corpses for years. Now, he will be the one spilling blood. He rubs mud into his clothes, his face, his hands. He sprinkles crushed monster remains over his body, a trick he learned from the old moppers. Human scent attracts monsters, but the smell of their own dead masks it completely. His arrows and daggers are laced with dandanite, a rare chemical mined deep in the wastelands. It is the only reason moppers can penetrate monster hide at all. But knowing a thing and doing a thing are very different. Kalen crouches behind a fallen log, his heart slamming against his ribs so loudly he is certain the monsters can hear it. His breath comes in short, panicked gasps. The system flashes a warning. Calm down. Detection risk. High. He closes his eyes. He thinks of Mira, of Doran, of Sarah and Finn holding each other in their shared bed. He thinks of the 11 years he has left. He takes a slow, deep breath. Then another, his heart steadies. He opens his eyes. I can do this, he whispers to himself. And before midnight, he begins his killing spree. His first kill is clean, an arrow, loosed from 30 meters, flies straight and true into the skull of a creature that looks like a leopard with enormous glowing eyes and claws as long as his forearm. The monster drops without a sound. Kalen does not celebrate. He knocks another arrow. He moves deeper into the forest. Some kills he makes from a distance, arrows finding throats, eyes, the soft joints behind forelegs. Others he makes up close, his twin daggers flashing in the moonlight, stabbing and slashing in ways that look ugly but work. He does not fight like a hero. He fights like a mopper. Efficient, brutal. Final one by one, the monsters fall. And with each kill, the system rewards him. +2 strength, skill learned, vital strikes, +4 stealth, skill learned, assassin's camouflage, plus penetration, skill learned, archer's eye. The notifications flicker across his vision like fireflies. He does not stop to read them. He cannot stop. There is blood on his hands and mud on his face, and the forest is alive with the sounds of dying things. He kills until his arms ache, until his arrows run low, until the moon is high and then begins its long descent. When the last monster falls, Kalen looks at the time. Sometime around 4 in the morning, he is exhausted, bone-deep. Soul-deep exhaustion that reminds him of the Gray Mile. But this time, the exhaustion tastes different. It tastes like progress. He returns to the city the same way he left, through the drainage pipe, through the ditches, keeping to the shadows. He slips back into the small apartment just as the first gray light of dawn begins to filter through the grimy windows. He thinks he is quiet. He thinks no one noticed. But Mira is sitting at the kitchen table, her eyes red from crying, a cold cup of synth tea forgotten in her hands. She sees him come in, covered in mud, smelling of monster blood, twin daggers strapped to his hips. She does not say anything. She simply watches as he washes himself in the tiny bathroom and collapses into bed. She does not ask where he has been, not yet. When Kalen wakes, the afternoon sun is streaming through the window. He eats a quick meal, thin stew, a stale piece of bread, and then he opens the system panel. He needs to understand what he has become. The Omni Knight class is laid out before him like a star map. 5 branches: tank, warrior, assassin, mage, healer. Each branch glows with its own color: crimson, steel gray, shadow black, arcane blue, soft gold. To unlock any skill, he cannot simply spend points. He must train. Real-world discipline, real-world sweat and blood. The system provides guidance, but no shortcuts. And then he sees the note, written in cold, serious text. Omni Knight was sealed for 200 years. The last user has not been seen for over 2 centuries. Balance is required. Neglect any branch and the class will reject you. Kalen stares at those words. Balance is required. He cannot just become a damage dealer, slicing through monsters with daggers and arrows. He cannot just become a tank, absorbing blows meant for others. He must become all of it. A one-man army, a warrior who can stand on the front lines, an assassin who can strike from the shadows, a mage who can bend the elements, a healer who can mend what is broken, and a tank who can take hits that would shatter ordinary men. So he begins. He starts with warrior and assassin because they are the branches he understands best. He does bodyweight exercises until his muscles scream and fail. Push-ups, squats, lunges, pull-ups on the rusty pipe outside the apartment window. He practices with a wooden sword Mira found at a salvage yard, swinging until his palms blister and bleed. He learns how to move silently through the apartment, how to control his breathing, how to make himself small and invisible. He sleeps 4 hours in the afternoon, no more, no less, and sneaks out of the city every night to kill more monsters. Each kill sharpens his skills. Each night, the system chimes with new rewards. His strength grows, his stealth deepens, his arrows fly truer, his daggers strike faster. Myra notices, of course she notices. She is his sister, and she has been holding their family together for as long as he can remember. One evening, as he is strapping on his daggers, she steps into the doorway. Her arms are crossed. Her eyes are tired but sharp. "What are you doing, Kalen?" she asks. Not an accusation, not yet, just a question. He looks at her, at the dark circles under her eyes, at the way her hands still tremble from the grief she hides so well. He tells her the truth. "I'm training," he says, "so that I can pass the military academy exam." Mira says nothing for a long moment. Then she steps aside and lets him pass. She does not try to stop him. She does not ask if he is afraid. She already knows the answer. He is terrified, but he is doing it anyway, for them, for all of them.